The collapse of Carlos Ghosn has shipped shockwaves via the world car production. His arrest has deserted in question the next of the association, a world car-making team who includes Renault, Nissan, and Mitsubishi. It has as well vulnerable fractures in the really shut relation among Renault and Nissan. The association was shaped in 1999, while Renault saved Nissan of the verge of bankrupt. The France automaker has a 43% share in its Japan affiliate, time Nissan has a 15% share in Renault. In 2016, Mitsubishi was added to the mixture. Corrupt by Fracas and fighting financially, it was efficaciously bailed out by Nissan, that purchased 34% of its shares. Present, though the three companies hold clear identities, they act as a world car group. They evolve and use overall technologies, buy components of the identical suppliers, and are evolving system for house cars of overall modules. Along they use more than rather than 450,000 human beings, and sell more than rather than 10 millionth vehicles a year. Up the fracas erupted. Carlos Ghosn was president of both of Nissan and Mitsubishi, as creature president and head execution of Renault. He was and remnant president and head execution of the association, that has its own executive board. Though the three association companies already include really shut links, Carlos Ghosn had plans to give them nearer, and in special to strengthen the already powerful links among Renault and Nissan. The is believed to include inflicted anxiety and indignation at Nissan, and looking at the diagram under, it is lightweight to see reason. While the association among the two was at first set, they were house cars at a such bet. With later, Renault has almost dual its exit, helping in portion by the purchase of the Ruski producer Avtovaz in 2014. But Nissan has grown up though more than rapidly. It now makes almost 6 millionth cars and lighting vans each year, approximately a tertiary more than rather than Renault. Recent year it done a income of $, and taken into account for a significant piece of Renault's own income. So seen of how prospect Nissan and its management team could be pardoned for request why they risk loser statute and impact during the association, in spite provided the lev stake of manufacture and profits. He driven a such cruelty to Nissan, close factories, cut jobs and transformation the way it managed. As the diagram under shows, it was an efficient policy. Operational profits soared and remained top before the finance meltdown, while some manufacturers Nissan saw its income sinker. Nissan restored of the meltdown rapidly, but with later the way has been rockier. In latter year, its margins include been hit by decreasing turnover, growing expenses and a quality assurance monitoring fracas in Japan. In the 6 months to the end of October, operational income was downward by a block compared to recent year. So had Mr. Ghosn already lose his Midas concern? Nissan claims how Mr. Ghosn had been regularly by reporting his income to safety regulators and had been misusing business holdings for private gain. Such concoction are creature investigated by prosecutorial time Mr. Ghosn oneself remnant in guardianship. Down there are lot colorful stories on which precisely he is estimated to include made circulatory during the Japan print, though down there has been no answer so far of Mr. Ghosn or his lawyers. But one item we can be certainly of is how, by reported or no, he was making lot of cash. Recent year he was pay on $17 meter in wages, stake options and bonuses. In reality down there has been lot of debate on his pay package in the history, but mostly in France, wherever it has been the object of an yearly showdown in shareholders. Such shareholders involve the France country, that elect versus his newest pack in June. It hasn't been a large year for investors in the association companies. Renault's stockpile did splash brief in the previous portion of the year, at first on accountable of a probable merge in Nissan and later among assumption the France by the government could sell its share to the Japan producer. But in latter weeks all three include been in the depression. How's partially to do in the country of the marketplace globally. But it may as well represent ambiguity on the next of the association, and Mr. Ghosn's part in it, that was obvious, so up the news story on Mr. Ghosn erupted. How news story induced cliff waterfall in all three companies' stockpile. If the next was vague up, it is though more than so currently.